Good morning, Mothers Oatmeal Ministry. Thank you so much for joining us for M.O.M S University. This is a forum for first-time parents to have conversations about taking care of our babies to the glory of God and to the best of our ability. This is also an opportunity for you stay-at-home parents, moms in particular, to get your study on, to get ready to become lactation consultants. And then down the road, we're also going to be entertaining other vocations that you may be interested in, being a pastor, being a chef, being a doula. All those things are coming down the road. Right now, we're reading Breastfeeding and Human Lactation, Enhanced 5th Edition by Karen Wambeck and Jan Riordan. So we're going to jump into that on page 21 under Clinical Care Plans in just a moment. But first, I want to share a tip. I always want to share some type of tip for first-time parents or just parents in general to help keep your baby healthy. Now, today we're going to make nutritious shakes for toddlers. Now, as adults, we should definitely be making sure that we're getting women 90 grams of protein a day. And men, you guys got to stay on your protein as well. It helps rebuild our tissue, helps us to combat cravings, and keeps us full so that we're not snacking on unnecessary things during the day that don't add to us, don't offer any nutrition. So this is what I use. Own 32 grams of protein, plant-based protein. Remember, Macchiatarians have devotion first during the day, but also avoid dairy, soy, egg, corn, gluten, and red meat. We also do our very best to avoid refined sugars and to just focus on unrefined sugars like monk fruit sweetener, which is delicious, stevia, which I used to make zucchini brownies yesterday, so go check that out, and things of that nature too, xylitol sweetener. But what do you give your baby? Because your baby doesn't need 32 grams of protein. Or what do you give your toddler? Makai is 2 years old. So I always say check with your dietitian or nutritionist and your primary care before adding anything new to your baby's diet. But this is certainly safe for our little 2-year-old who is observing Macchiatarian diet. So I have my Kate Farms Pediatric Standard Pea Milk, and this actually comes in vanilla and chocolate. But what we're going to do, and this is a substitute for milk. We washed our bottle, and make sure you're washing those pacifiers and bottles, and then sanitizing them by boiling them in hot water for 5 minutes, and then allowing them to air dry after that. Do that about once a week to help protect your baby from all these sicknesses going around. Okay, so I'm going to fill that about halfway. And this has so many great nutrients. It has 12 grams of protein in one of these. So I think Micaiah, last time we checked, she was around, she needs about 14 grams of protein a day. So if she gets like 1.5 of these, even a little less than 1.5 of these in a day, she's already met her protein. So she doesn't even necessarily have to have meat in her diet, but we believe that all things that God created for us are good, and this is just our experience. So we put in half of this in our cup, and we're going to use wild berry aloe vera juice. And this can be purchased in the pharmacy section at Walmart. It's usually over by like the Gas X and things for digestion because it does aid with digestion. And it is from a plant. It's from the aloe plant. Let me tell you what's in it. It has organic aloe vera gel, water and aloe vera gel concentrate, water, natural flavors, and the natural flavors come from strawberry, blueberry, blackberry, and raspberry juices, but it's less than 1% of those natural flavors. So you're not getting that. And this is really called aloe vera drink. So when you think of juice, you think of a lot of added sugar. There's no added sugar in this. And the sugar that is in here, which isn't even included on the label because it's that small, comes from actual fruit, the sugar that's naturally occurring in fruit. And then this also has stevia leaf extract, purple carrot extract, citric acid, and sodium benzoate as a food preservative. So this is very, very healthy for you. So we're going to use, because this is about half full, this is my fruits and vegetables. And today we're going to use beech nut, spinach, zucchini, and peas. A whole jar is a full serving of veggies. A whole jar is a full serving of veggies. But this is just spinach, zucchini, and peas. You can get these with all different types of pureed fruits and vegetables. I've tried to puree on my own spinach, zucchini, and peas, but I don't have enough power in my smoothie maker to really get it thin enough to get through the spout of the bottle. So I just went with these. These are about, $1.48 at Walmart, and I usually order like 12 at a time, or 12 a week. And then we just use these during our probably like 3 times a day. So she's getting plenty of fruits and vegetables. And I wanted to focus on the green leafy fruits and vegetables. And this is very important because a lot of our toddlers do not just sit up and eat, green vegetables, unless it's my mama's collard greens, because Micaiah does love those. But this is a great way to get it in, and it's masked in the flavor of the pea milk. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour this, inside of the jar so that I can get all of that leftover spinach, peas, and zucchini. Okay. All right. Hopefully you guys can see what's going on there. And then I'm going to add that to her milk there. Okay. And I keep these and I wash them and I use them for scriptures. If you guys have ever been to like M.O.M S Women's Conference, and we call that like little oatmeal devotionals. Okay. And I'm going to, I should have measured that out for you, but I'm adding some whole grain oatmeal cereal. And it adds kind of at this point, because she's 2, an insignificant amount of, protein. It has 2 grams of protein and 4 tablespoons. I used to measure it out, but that's kind of what we have here, about 4 tablespoons of oatmeal. And that gives another 2 grams of protein right there. I like the oatmeal more than the rice cereal, because the oatmeal does have 1 more gram of protein. So we want to maximize as much protein as we can get within her capacity. We don't want too much protein, because then that can cause some other issues, but within her recommended dietary allowances. Okay, and we're still a little short from the top, so I'll go back and top that off with a little more milk. Pea milk. And this milk is made from peas, the green peas that you eat. Okay, and I should do this over a sink, because sometimes it comes out a little. Oh, but we did it. Okay, give that a little shake. And that is Micaiah's nutritious, densely nutritious toddler shake. So we want to make sure that we are giving our babies the best chance of being healthy for the long haul, not just in the temporary moment, but down the road, by establishing good healthy habits early on. In this shake, we have protein, we have spinach, we have peas, we have zucchini, we have wild berry aloe vera juice, we have oatmeal, all the things that are going to help improve her digestion over time. And all these things are going to be beneficial for digestion. So we came about this process through a journey that God created for us. And if you want to know more about that, go to mothershopeministry.com. We've talked about it over and over again about how Micaiah was born with certain food allergies, and how the Lord helped us to get on this road to finding pea milk. And before that, it was Elecare and breast milk. And so we just thank God for bringing us to this point. God is so good. So introduce this to your baby early, and keep it going. Once they become of age, get them on those own shakes, those plant-based proteins without any dairy, soy, egg, corn, or gluten, or red meat, no refined sugars and all that, okay? All right, so God bless you all. We love you. Take care.